Fine. So as we are discussing release level estimation in the previous session, we have discussed about the release level estimation with an example. And then as I told you, what is this release level estimation? Release level estimation will have a set of features, okay, that will be deployed within a certain duration of time. In simple words, we can say part of the project, okay, will be delivered. Part of the project will be delivered as version. Fine. As in this first example, an app is going to release as a version 2, and these are all the user points that has been identified. So total user stories that can be completed is 92. Okay, as we have also seen about calculating total work plan. Total work plan is nothing but the total number of user stories that can be completed within a duration. Fine, that's total plan work plan. The other thing that is given is in each sprint. So for each version release, it can have multiple sprints. Okay. If it is only one particular sprint, that we call it a sprint level estimation. If it has multiple sprints, okay, in the version release, that we call it as release level estimation. Fine. So the team can complete 24 user points. So 25 user stories can be completed in one sprint. So how many sprint can be completed in 4 sprint? That is, team member size is 25. So 25 into 4, 100 user stories can be completed. Users tasks can be completed. Okay, that is the release capacity. But then the planned work is 92 points only. 92 story points. So 100 minus 92 is 80 story points. This available buffer 80 story points can be used for unplanned work. Unplanned work means we have already planned work for each user stories, but then while doing the project, there may be some other unplanned work can come. So that can be done with this 8 story points. Fine. And each sprint will take 2 weeks of time, means 4 into 2, that is 8 weeks. So 4 is nothing but the total number of sprint. Okay, total number. If one sprint is taking 2 weeks of time to complete, then 4 into 2 is 8 weeks. Fine. So this team can complete the planned 92 story points in 4 sprint. The release may take approximately 8 weeks. This one, the release may take approximately 8 weeks, and then the remaining 8 stories provide a small buffer for changes or unplanned work or unexpected work. Fine. So this is a simple example of how we estimate the work with release level technique. Fine. Let's see with another one example. Here we have. Here we have an app which will be released as a version 1, and these are all the user stories identified. So what are all the user stories? What are all the user stories? Student login, and then course dashboard, video lesson, quiz more. So these are all the user stories, and the user stories identified is 15, 20. So by adding all these user stories, we will have 90. The total planned work for release version 1 is 90 user stories, 90 story points. And we need to calculate team capacity, release duration, and then the complete work, what we are going to do with this app. Fine. So what is the release capacity? Team velocity? Team velocity per sprint is 30. So in each sprint, it can complete the team members can complete 30 story points. Fine. So planned number of sprints equal to, so the number of sprints that is planned is 3. If the team can complete 30 story points in each sprint, then how can it complete with 3 sprints? So 30 into 3 is 90. So the release capacity is 90 story points. 90 story points. And the next one is release duration. And each sprint is taking 2 weeks. How many sprints are given here? 3. Okay, if each sprint is taking 2 weeks of time to complete, then 3 into 2 is 6 weeks. 3 into 2 is 6 weeks. So planned work is 100. Planned work is 90. Release capacity is also 90. So 90 minus 90, there will not be any user stories allotted for, there will not be any duration allotted for unplanned work. 0. We have a release buffer as 0. Why? Because in the previous example, we have discussed release capacity minus planned work. But here the release capacity, see, the release capacity, I will erase this. Yeah. The release capacity is 90. The planned work is also 90. So release capacity minus planned work is 0. That is 90 minus 90 is 0. So we cannot do any unplanned work for this version. Sorry, for this version. Release capacity 90 points, planned work is 90 points. This team can complete the release in 3 sprints. The estimated release time is 3 weeks of time. Okay, so sorry, not 3 weeks, it is actually 6 weeks, 3 into 2, because we are taking 3 sprints of time. So 3 into 2, each sprint will take 2 weeks. So 3 into 2 is, so estimated release time is 6 weeks. That is within 1.5 months. I will publish the first version of e-learning app. So this is an example for release level estimation. So what we discussed in this release level estimation, it will estimate the work of one product release. Okay, one product release means which may include multiple sprints. Okay, multiple sprints. Okay, which will complete the part of the project. In release level estimation, will complete the part of the project that may include multiple sprints. Okay, that may include multiple completion of sprints. Fine. Okay, so helpful to select the features, high priority features, and then okay, before start to do the work, the team velocity, user story points, the release dates, everything will be determined, will be estimated with the release level technique. Okay, so what we discussed in release level estimation, we have discussed about how we plan to deploy the product as a version, okay, with the selected features, and what are all the estimation techniques we do to publish the part of the product as a release version. So this is what we have discussed in release level estimation.